Hi guys, welcome to this week's video. If you're new here, my name is Shay and today we're doing a late night reset. But before we start, I need to go put some comfy clothes on and get out of these work clothes. So let's do that first. Alright guys, that's better. So now that I am in clothes that make me look like I've got no fashion sense whatsoever, but I'm comfortable, we're gonna do a bit of a late night sort of reset because it is about 20 to 6 at night now. I've got home and I did have food early just so that I can sort of film this video, but what I usually do is try during the week to do as much household work as I can so that by the time I get to Friday night, I've got very little to do and then I can sort of start relaxing over the weekend and I don't have to do any housework over the weekend. Generally, the most I might have to do is fold and put some clothes away. But what I need to do tonight is one, get my bag ready for tomorrow. My work bag pretty much just means that I just need to take out the containers that I've taken to work and then fill up my water bottle for the morning. That's literally it. But then it's my gym bag. So I pack my work clothes and then I put all the dirty gym stuff into the laundry. Whatever I wore today will go into the laundry. And then I also did a quick little Kmart stop to buy this little light because I was gonna get a lamp, but they didn't have the lamp that I wanted because I want to put a little reading light over near where I sit on the couch. And I was looking at this particular lamp that would sort of sit under the couch because there's not enough space there is a tiny little walkway between the wall and where my couch sits, but pretty much I just stand in that space to do the blinds up and down. So I wanted something that would sit flush against the couch. And this one, if I got a picture, I'll pop it up, but the base kind of would go underneath the couch and then the arm of the lamp or whatever stick stem of the lamp would go flush against the side of the couch and everything would lean over the couch so that it wouldn't take up space in that gap. But it wasn't in stock at the store that I went to. And then I did just find this motion rotating light, which I'm hoping I can click to stay on so it's not just motion sensor because it didn't say whether or not I could do that. But yeah, some of the others did, so I'm hoping this will as well. So what I might do before I start doing anything else actually is just put this onto charge and then I can see what it's like. And if it doesn't work out how I imagine, I can get the lamp tomorrow night and then this I'll just use somewhere else. So let me grab some scissors, open this one up and get it on the charge. And then we'll start with like my bags, I think. Also, the lighting is going to be terrible throughout this entire video. Half my face is going to be in shadow because all of my lights are down lights. I don't have any actual other sort of lighting. So everything's going to be glowing on my forehead. All right, there's a way to open things like this, but I just don't know how. All right, so it's got a sticky pad, which is cool. So I can just put it on the wall. And then it's just magnetic. So you can sort of like angle it, which means, yeah, you just take this off to charge it. Does it have a little bit? Nice. So it's got a cool and a warm light. I'm not sure if it's going to tell me how the motion sensing works. All right, so I just did a quick read through the instructions. So it really is only motion sensor. I can't keep the light on permanently. So I might test it out tonight and see if there's enough movement going on because I want it as a reading light. Yeah, if there's enough movement going on as I'm reading, because I don't tend to sit too still because I get restless a little bit sometimes, and see if it stays on with me continually moving. And then if it doesn't work, so I might do that without sticking it on the wall first off. And then otherwise, I'm sure I've got somewhere I can put it that might actually be useful. So I won't bother returning it. It'll get used. And then, yeah, like I said, it doesn't really work in that space, I'll have a look and see if the other Kmart has the other lamp that I want. It did say it was in stock online, so I can check that out tomorrow. And then it just means buying an extension cord so I can run the extension cord under the doorway, and I'll just stick it on with some cord management little sticky things. And then, yeah, I can pile the leftover bits of cord under the couch. So yeah, anyway, we'll see how this goes. I think this was like 12 bucks, so not too bad. I do have the receipt somewhere. Here we go. Yeah, $15 it was. So yeah, not too bad. Obviously not $15 I want to waste, but I'm sure it'll get used somewhere if it doesn't work in the space. So let's charge this. And then by the looks of it, I need to charge you guys. And then, yeah, get to doing the rest of the stuff that needs to be done. So despite the terrible light, hopefully you can see, this is what I'm working with today. So I have all this laundry, it's clean and dried. I just need to fold it and put it away. I've got like snacks here, so that'll just stay there for later. This book I finished, I need to put it away. And then over here, I've got my bags, my work bag and my gym bag. I've got dirty dishes in here, so I've got one cup, like couple of cups to load in. But this is the mess I've made. This I wore at work today, so it can go in the laundry. And then I'll pop that in properly. But this will go in recycling. This goes in the bin. These I used to meal prep my dinner the other day, so they were just air drying, but they can go away. It's just little bits and pieces that I have to do mostly, but let's collect all. Actually, this is easy enough to deal with. I'm just going to pull that out to fill up for the morning. Oh my goodness, maybe it's not as easy as I thought. One-handed, all right. Containers, I pretty much wash all my containers at work just to save myself 5 minutes at home. So that's the work bag done. So I've got my gym bag here. This needs to be dealt with. So this jacket is pretty much just what I wear to the gym. It doesn't really get worn otherwise. So I just leave, I leave that on the side of the bed for the morning, and then when I go to bed tonight, I will chuck out all the gym stuff that I'm going to wear and put it on the floor. So we can do that now actually. And no, I don't make my bed before I go to work. I don't really care. So a lot of people say that, you know, making your bed when you first get up sets you up for a good day or whatever. But those people obviously don't get up as early as I do. So I can't relate. Oh, everything's really difficult one-handed. I'm just going to put that out there. All right, so I've got shorts, crop top, singlet. I need some yoga socks with the little grippies. And that is everything. Ready for the gym in the morning. And then I've got the t-shirt I slept with last night, or in, not with. My work clothes from today, which can go in the laundry. I hope I'm not giving you guys motion sickness. I'm sorry if I am. I'm just dropping everything. So this bag in here, the little plastic bag in the bag, also has my dirty gym stuff from today. So we'll grab that out as well. But essentially, I don't I try to do loads of laundry as I got it. So as you can see, I've got some dirty stuff there that needs washing. So I'm just going to pile everything in the washing machine. And for all those people that like to separate their colours and their whites and their lights and darks and whatever else. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I've just triggered you all. Anyway, let's do this one. If you're interested, it's the soap and body wash that I use. So that's mostly full, and then tomorrow I'll just top it up with whatever I use at the gym and my work clothes for tomorrow. Alrighty, so what I usually do is I just put like all my soaps and stuff in case they leak in the plastic bag that I use for my dirty clothes. I've got like a bag of toiletries already. Because I've got the soap and body wash in there. In here's like deodorant, perfume, hairbrush, you know, bit of makeup, tampons, whatever. And then I always take my own towel, even though they do provide a towel, but I like to use my own. And then my work clothes just go in on the top, and then I'm pretty much set. I always keep my winter coat because right now it's like been cool weather and sometimes it's raining. So I just leave the coat in the car. And then I'm gonna pop this by the front door, and then I've got a pair of thongs which I wear to the gym and then to shower in because I do Pilates, so I usually have socks on. I don't work out in shoes. And then my work shoes as well, which I leave by the door, so I grab when I grab my bag. So I'm just gonna dump this by the door. And then I'm gonna set you guys back up here with this amazing lighting. Get my wallet and keys and just get it ready. The water I deal with in the morning, I actually am gonna go pour what's left into this plant that I haven't touched in forever. So let's do that actually. You can come with me into the dark where you probably can't see anything because this video is just going to be me with terrible lighting, literally, as it's like pitch black. Should I put a light on? Maybe that will help. Here we go. This thing, I don't know if it's going to live or die because I have no idea how to take care of it. It was a gift, and yeah, we'll see. I don't know how much you're supposed to water these things, but I pretty much haven't given it water for, I feel like months. Can you give it too much water? Probably. Anyway, if you just saw me do something that's probably going to kill it, no you didn't. This video is going to be horrifically chaotic, so I'm sorry about it. I'll top that up in the morning before I go. And I've got like so much stuff here that's just piled up. I've got like a window cover kit that I stole a little bit from my brother, so that has to go back to him. A glass jar that needs to go out into the glass bin. My keys sit here. I've got a little face mask that I bought my mum, which I've just sat there until I go see her. All right, let's clear up this part of the desk. I'm gonna keep this receipt just in case the light doesn't work. I got these in a package. I don't ever use them. I keep them until they expire in case someone ever mentions that they want one. But yeah, I don't actually use them personally. I also bought a book today for $10, Daughter of No Worlds by Carissa Broadbent. I need to pop this into my Goodreads because my Goodreads keeps a track of all the books that I collect, and that also then needs to go onto the shelves. So that's a TBD thing. This needs to go into recycling, so let's do that. Now what am I doing? I don't even know. I should have filmed here the whole time, like the light's reflecting off the tiles, and it's actually not that bad. It almost looks like I've got good lighting. But I have these, which are just like silicone like tray mats. Would I recommend them? I don't know, because they always, doesn't matter how many times I wash them, they always feel kind of greasy. And I don't know if it's the material or if it's just what I'm washing it with. I don't know. And I just use normal dish detergent. Maybe there's something you're supposed to use with it, but it just kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies, but I still use them. Anyway, I figure it's in the oven. It's going to be burning off any germs anyway, right? I'm just going to pop this in. This is my coffee cup that I use every morning. I just give it a quick rinse, and then at the end of the week, or if I do a midweek wash, I chuck it in the dishwasher. So I'm just going to give it a quick rinse, and then that's everything I think I need to do on sort of like the bench top. So we've dealt with all the clothes in the bedroom, so that's anything that I pretty much had that needed to go into the laundry, which is already in there, which I'll run tomorrow night. Then the dishes, all the dirty ones are in the dishwasher, so I just need to turn that on. The bench tops will then basically be cleared except for this corner, which unfortunately, until I drop everything back, will just have stuff on it. And then we have the pile of laundry, which I wish would just do itself, but I feel like I don't even have kids. The amount of laundry I do as a one-person household is just insane. I mean, I do use a lot of towels because I take my towel in the morning to the gym, and normally when I get home, I jump in the sauna so that I have a towel in the sauna as well, and then I shower. So yeah, that's like 3 towels a night. So sometimes I've got like just loads of laundries of towels, but yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I'm always doing laundry. It's really annoying. It's like the bane of my existence. I need to just tidy away what's in the butler's pantry, or whatever you call it, which is basically just to put the sandwich press away. And then, yeah, it's just all those little tasks that are like take 2 minutes, but if you leave them all to one night like I have, then yeah, it takes a little bit longer. And then normally I should do something like, you know, maybe mop or vacuum the floors or whatever, but I kind of can't be bothered, and I just don't want to. So I might see if I'm more motivated tomorrow night, because I have actually done myself a bit of a favor. I always try to meal prep sometimes. So I have meal prepped my lunch for work tomorrow. I was naughty and had Hungry Jack's for dinner tonight, but whatever. So I do have food for dinner tomorrow night as well, so I can eat without having to take a heap of time to cook and clean up after cooking. So yeah, whatever dishes I've basically got tonight, that's it, except if I use like a cup or something. So yeah, let's rinse this cup out, and then I'll put the sandwich press away, and then yeah, we'll fold some laundry. I don't know if you'll even be able to see in there, not that it really matters. actually, I do have other things to do. Let's go in here. So, it's probably going to be a little bit echoey in here. I have decided to try some decaf coffee. So I have my little coffee machine and I make myself some iced coffees. So I'm trying decaf because sometimes when I get home from work, it's late, but I feel like having a coffee because I just enjoy the taste of iced coffee. And then I bought, I just put my sleeve in something. Gross. Let me clean that up. This is going to be very chaotic and I feel like there's just nothing I can do about it. But what I was saying is that I am about to try, not right now, but decaf coffee. This is what I buy, the brand that I buy for my iced coffee. And I figured I might try it because I just like the taste and would like a coffee in the afternoon sometimes. But also, you know, I'm trying not to have too late nights and have a decent sleep and all the things. So, yeah, we're going to try decaf and see if that one, I think it should taste the same. I don't imagine why it wouldn't. But if it makes a difference or if it's just my already terrible sleeping habits or patterns that are the problem. Because I'm usually trying to be pretty good. I try not to have any of my devices on while I'm in bed. You know, all the things they say don't do, I try not to do. But it doesn't really help me sleep any better most of the time. But definitely caffeine later at night or in the late afternoon is something that I'm guilty of. So we'll try this and see if it helps. But I've got the decaf coffee, which I'll just keep in this little container because then I've got like my big container for my regular coffee. And then I also, I don't think we'll need this one, bought some coffee sugar crystals because I usually buy my own sugar syrup. I like the Da Vinci's sugar syrup, but I have to get it from eBay and it's not too expensive, like relatively, you know, comparatively to what it is. But it's just kind of inconvenient because I'd never like preemptively order it. I always run out and I'm like, oh, I should be more onto that, but I never am. And so I thought I'd just try some from like the local like supermarkets, but they didn't really have any. And then I thought I would check out like some like liquor stores because they generally have like mixers in them if they're big enough, but I just never got around to it. And then I saw these because at the moment without it, what I'm doing is just melting down some sugar with equal parts sugar and hot water, and then that makes sugar syrup. So I thought I would try the coffee sugar crystals and see if they taste any different because I just use raw sugar at the rest of the time. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. It's all going to be an experiment when I actually make my next coffee. So I might wait till the weekend and then make a caffeinated coffee because this will be only one change. Whereas then if it still sort of tastes all right and it's not too bad, I'll know that it's okay, the sugar's okay, and then if I have issues with the coffee, I'll know the difference between the decaffeinated coffee and the sugar. But yeah, looks interesting. So now that I've decanted those, that is everything that needs to be done in here. And then, yeah, I'm avoiding the laundry, can you tell? But that's what we've got to do now. All right, we're back with amazing lighting. So pretty much this is like, I would say maybe a day or two's worth of washing. I should probably steam some of these, but I'm not going to. That's when I want to wear it's problem. but it's mostly bits of work clothes and then workout gear. So it makes it's pretty easy to put away. It's just that I'm lazy and don't want to do it. And then it's all these little bits and pieces when it's not just towels. Like all these tiny shirts, all these tiny shorts, all these socks. Anyway. Do you guys like wash, for the women out there more particularly, but do you guys wash all your sports bras with like the padding in it? Because I'm lazy and hate to take it out. And yes, I know it can ruin it and it like ends up deformed or whatever. That's fine, whatever. I'm too lazy to care because it's really annoying when it gets all tangled up in the bra. I can't imagine that, you know, if you're the person who likes to wear the padding, having to take it out and in again, because I do prefer to keep the padding in for the most part. But yeah, like what do you do? Like, do you take it out or do you just leave it? Do you take it out and put it in every time you want to wash something? Because I am not doing that. Let me put these away and I'll come back to you. Okay guys, so it's still red, which means it's not fully charged yet, but we're gonna test it out and see if it's gonna work. So we'll bring it back to fully charge if it does, and then if not, we'll find another spot for it. You're on a weird angle, but this is generally where I sit when I'm on the couch, and I was thinking that if I put it up here somewhere, I could sort of angle it down to where I would read. Can you even see my head? No. But yeah, I could stick it here somewhere to sort of angle it towards where I'm reading. And hopefully it's bright enough that I can actually read by it. So I thought I would just stick it here for now. I think I'd go, that's pretty bright, but it would sit up here. I might have to sit again. You can't even see my head. It's bright enough that like if I sat close to the light, I might be able to see. But actually, I think what I'm going to do, I normally have the TV going, which is what I've got going now. I'm going to turn the kitchen light off and put the lamps on that I would normally have. And we're going to see if this is bright enough to read by, or if I'm still going to need a proper lamp. So let me just turn some lights off and I'll come back. Oh my God. Are you guys okay? All right. I am sitting here and I think this definitely isn't going to work as the light. Like it's bright enough for sure. And maybe if it is set up higher, I don't know if I've got anything to prop it up. We'll see if this is going to work. Probably not. I just think it might be not enough. I don't know, you probably can't see. But yeah, because I do have the TV going, so there is light coming from that. So if there was no light coming from that, it would be very... Can I turn this off? Look, it was a good idea. I just don't think it's gonna work how I want it to. If I was sitting right on it, it would be fine as like, I don't know. I'm not sure how I want to work it. Because it does work. But I think a lamp would be better. I think I just want the lamp anyway, just because I do prefer to have some lights on just in general, but I like lamps rather than the overhead lights. So yeah, all of that I think to say that I'm still gonna get that lamp that I'm thinking about tomorrow. So I think we shall finish this video up tomorrow, because is this gonna wash me right out? Probably. And now you can just see my chin where I've put on a pimple patch. All right, this looks like horror lighting. But yeah, I think that I will finish off the video tomorrow night, because I really should do some mopping, honestly. I just hate it. I don't want to. Last year, my big buy for the year was a one-person sauna. And that was my big splurge item that I am so grateful that I could afford, to be honest, especially with the price of everything these days. So I'm kind of hoping that this year, by some decent sales at the end of the year, I will have enough money to get myself one of those RoboVacs, because I don't necessarily need it to be good on carpet. I just want the mop function. So whether I just buy one that is purely the mop function, I don't know, but it would need to vacuum and then mop. But yeah, that is my thoughts on that. So I will check back in with you guys tomorrow night and see what I can grab at Kmart. So guys, it's the next day. We're gonna start today or tonight, because it is 5:15 at night, like I did yesterday. And we're gonna get out of the work clothes. We're gonna put away the bags. I'm gonna pack my gym bag for Monday, because it is Friday, so I won't go to the gym on the weekend because they're my rest days. So I'm gonna pack my bag for Monday, ready to go. I've got clothes to put in the laundry. I'm gonna put my laundry on, and then just bits and pieces. And I did also stop in at Kmart and picked up the Bailey floor lamp that I want to try and see if it'll work under the couch. I don't know if it's gonna show up, but you can sort of maybe see how the base will fit under the couch, and then the pole will be flush against the couch, but I'll show you properly when we actually put the thing together. And then to go with it, I just got like the globe and a extension cord so I can run power to that part of the house. So let's change and let's pack my gym bag and go from there. All right, guys, we are back in the comfy clothes from yesterday. I have my workout bag, my gym bag here. I quickly just chucked what I was wearing today in the laundry. So I have a jacket that I wore to the gym, but I didn't wear it to work out. I just wear it to the gym. So I'm just gonna put that with the raincoat that I have from my car, and we're gonna hang those up. And then I have my dirty clothes. I'm just gonna dump these real quick in the laundry, and then I've already pre-packed some clothes ready to go in the bag and then in my room for Monday. So let me just put these in the laundry. Taking out my soaps. Towel, and then my clothes. So I like to do this on a Friday night so I don't have to think about it Sunday. So I know by Monday morning everything's ready to go and I'm not missing anything. I'm not having to sort of scrounge on a Sunday night to get everything ready. But I do pack that into my bedroom so it's just off the floor and out of the way. During the week, it doesn't really matter. Like sitting down for a couple of hours before I'm going to sleep, and then I'm heading out the next morning. So, you know, the fact that it sits there during the week doesn't bother me, but on the weekend, I like to have the house looking completely reset. So that is the gym bag. I've got a couple of coats. I'm gonna go put those in the bedroom to put away. And then I've just got a couple of dishes I'm gonna load in my work cup, my travel cup, because I've got a million cups. I have my drink bottle here, which I'm just gonna leave on the bench. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. Actually, I've got some rubbish here. Just gonna chuck these out. And then I think that's pretty much it. So once I get the laundry on, that'll be the last sort of task for the day. Now, normally I would be in the sauna, doing a sauna session, and then I'd chuck whatever I had on in the sauna in the wash as well, and then do the washing. But tonight I just kind of can't be bothered with the whole sauna at all. Plus I've got to do this video. So yeah, no sauna for me tonight. Otherwise I usually do half an hour, and it's about 5:30 now. So I would usually from now be in the sauna for like half an hour, and then I listen to my audiobook or whatever, the music that I'm listening to at the time in there. So yeah, that's not happening today. Otherwise, yeah, normally it's a little bit later before I get myself sort of set to settle in for the night. But yeah, I'm just not feeling it today, which is fine. And then I'm excited to get this lamp up to see how it's gonna look. So let's put all this stuff away real quick. Actually, while I'm here, I can do my dishes for the dishwasher, because I wash this at work, but there's just something about being able to sort of like bring it home at the end of the week to sort of give a decent wash and pull all the bits and pieces apart. Even though I can do that at work, it's just not something I want to do in the middle of my work day. Mostly because I'm lazy and just want to be drinking coffee, not cleaning dishes. And then I'll run the dishwasher tonight as well after I've had dinner, because like I said, I think yesterday, I've already prepped all my food. So dinner is actually already ready. I've just got to chuck it in the microwave and then eat it. But I'm very, very quickly losing light. I'm trying to do as much with natural light as I can before I have to turn the overhead lights on. So let's quickly chuck everything into the bedroom and set up this lamp and put some laundry on actually. Moment of truth. Ta-da! Yeah. Then I can keep the clicker, which is on the floor, out, and then chuck all the cables underneath when I do the cable management, which I'll just do off camera because otherwise it'll take forever. Let me do some cable management now, and then I'll come back and we can do an overview and I'll show you what it ends up looking like. All right guys, so I have my curtains pulled back. This one here is just being a stubborn little butthead and won't stick anywhere. You can't even see. This one just doesn't want to stick, but all of the others are sticking fine. I don't know why it's just this one. Anyway, I can replace that one, but I haven't got it too taut at the moment, so it doesn't look great, but I just wanted to make sure they, one, would stick, and two, that I could still open and close the door, which I can, which is great. And then when I close my curtains, like, you're not really seeing anything anyway. And then once I sort of get the cord to relax a little bit, I'll either put more cord control stickies on, or I'll just pull the cord itself a little bit more taut. But there we have it. You can't even see it, which is great. But yeah, it's in. The lamp is not going to focus. Here we go. So yeah, it's looking really good. I'm really happy with it. And then whatever's going on back here, because there is that cord that runs across here, I usually only step here to open the blinds. So it's not like people are walking through this gap regularly. It's pretty much just so that I can get in and open and close the blinds, which is why I've left that gap there. So yeah, that is that, which is great. And if we go down my dark hallway, because I've got most of my lights off, I've actually put the motion sensor one where I go to get in my car. So it will click on here, and then that's the door to my garage. So when I'm leaving work and it's not even the sun up yet, it's perfect. So it's being utilized in a way that only gets set off if someone walks past this particular door. And then it's still good for the hallway there that you can't even see. But yeah, so that is pretty much it. Like, how good does that look? All right, guys, I'm going to try and finish this video off really quickly while my washing machine isn't in like the most loudest spin cycle ever. It has been a very chaotic video, and I thought tonight might be a little bit calmer, but alas, no, here we are. It's just as crazy. But I pretty much just have the washing that you can hear probably going to finish up. So I'll do that, and then I'll run my I'll run my dishwasher after I've finished having dinner and whatever, but it is about 6:30 now, so all of this would have been less than an hour, but I've put together a lamp and then put it in place and whatever else. So yeah, all these little small tasks that I do every night mean that yeah, I pretty much don't have to go into the weekend with a massive to-do list. I really do need to mop these floors, and sitting down over near my doorway to put that lamp in really kind of just emphasized how disgusting my floors are. They're so dusty. You can't really see it until it like is in direct light, but yeah, I definitely need to even vacuum out the tracks to the doors, but that is not going to happen in this video, and it's probably not going to happen until next week, because I really don't feel like doing housework on the weekend, especially when it's like now where it's getting cooler and it's sort of more cozy weather where I just want to curl up on the couch and read or watch TV. So yeah, it's on the to-do list. It's just not getting ticked off today. But that's basically how I sort of keep my house at least tidy during the week as much as I can, so that I'm not building up all these tasks that need to do. Because I'm pretty sure I said last night that, you know, it's all the tasks that take 5 minutes, but that 5 minutes can accumulate pretty quickly when you're you know, leaving them to do all at once. But anyway, that's it from me. I don't know what this video was, but if you've stuck around to the end, you're the best. Thank you so much. And I will catch you in the next one, whenever that is, whatever I'm doing. I don't even know. We're continuing the chaos, or hopefully not. Anyway, bye.